Well, Executive Order 147 will keep the Currituck Beach Lighthouse closed for another 3 weeks, so it seemed like the perfect time to talk about Hurricane Dorian and its impact on the Currituck Beach Light Station. Hurricane Dorian was a slow-moving, devastating, at times Category 5 storm that was actually named in August of 2019, but doesn't make landfall in North Carolina until September 6th. It devastated the Bahamas and Florida and Ocracoke south of here, but the northern Outer Banks didn't see a big impact from the storm with regards to flooding or loss of life. But here at the light station, it certainly seemed to do a lot of damage, if not spawn its own tornado. There were reports of tornadoes all along its path, but none were confirmed here in Corolla. It's been suggested to me that tall, conical buildings can sometimes spawn their own unusual weather. And we may be a data point in that anecdotal to me, I don't know, it could be true. Anyway, it could have been a tornado, it could have been a microburst, it could have just been severe winds right through here. But 11 trees, all in a row, fell to the south. Now, granted, most of them were red maple and they love to tip right over. But the light station looks quite a bit different, and I thought I'd walk you through some before, during, and after photos and comparisons. Now, of note, when the lighthouse was built, we did not have the stands of pine trees that we have now. In quick tree history of the Outer Banks, North Carolinians discover the Outer Banks as a destination in the 1800s. Wright brothers fly here in 1903. North Carolina says, let's get on the map and put some infrastructure out. Roads, bridges come, which means dunes follow, artificially created dunes to protect the infrastructure. That combined with free-range cattle being a much less profitable thing once real estate prices go up. It's a lot easier for little trees to grow. The difference is actually so noticeable that I get this question all the time, even while I'm sitting here filming a video.
So was the lighthouse supposed to be, was it always here, or did you guys move it here?
The lighthouse was never moved, but when you build a road between it and the ocean, and when all the trees grow up around it, it does look like it could be in a different spot. Now, after the storm, we had a slew of wonderful volunteers who helped us cut and haul trees for pickup. But there were trees left over that hadn't fallen over, but that seemed threatening. So we had those removed this winter as well. So it seems a lot more open, and we think, particularly since our grounds are open, but you can't climb, that y'all will enjoy walking around and taking pictures and having more opportunity to do so. But we did replace one of the red maples that had fallen along the path to the lighthouse from the keeper's house. We do know that shade, regardless of historic accuracy, is appreciated by our climbers. So we replaced that red maple with a live oak, and we put a little tomato guard around it, but then our dear goat, Sarah, decided to nibble it. So now we have a dog crate around it. But we like to let Sarah come and say hi to y'all. One, to quote somebody on Facebook, I came for the lighthouse, I stayed for the goat. If you haven't met her, she does get a mention in my blog on goats and the Currituck Beach Lighthouse. So be sure to check out our website. Thanks for tuning in, and know that masks are now mandatory in North Carolina if you're coming to visit us. Take care.